Okay. Yeah, but I guess, and it's funny because this came out 2004, which is basically 20 years after they stepped on the scene. But this is what B2K should be doing. B2K should be like, running around putting out new songs, but instead these niggas making Tubi movies.
Yeah, and showing their boho. Well,
Yeah,
fucking-
you got Lil Fizz making Run Nixon, Marcus Houston on the Stepmother 5.
yeah, this nigga chasing. He's still chasing after the teenage fans and shit. That's still his type.
Yeah.
This nigga, he think he's still in B2K. I think Omarion he seems like the one that might have ended up kind of well adjusted as an adult. Like he likes adult women and he like doesn't really get in trouble or anything. He was my favorite character and You Got Served too. I forget his name in that. No, actually my favorite character was Megan Good's character, obviously.
Yeah.
But I rooted for Omarion because he was he's fucking his friend's sister in the movie, but they were in love.
That's what you gotta.
Story.
That is some silver lining there. Like, if you gonna mess with my sister, at least love her.
Yeah, and I feel like, not me, but if you are a guy that has like a hot younger sister, you gotta hope that it's somebody you've already vetted as a person. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like,
but watching You Got Served in hindsight, like it's funny when you look at the whole storyline of these niggas selling drugs to fund their dancing careers.
Yeah, well, it never said what they were selling, so it would be crazy if they was getting like, if he got like fucking paralyzed over DVDs. Somebody broke his fucking kneecaps because they were selling Snickers for their basketball team.
He broke his legs because they were selling copies of Barbershop.
You lost all the Spider-Man 2s. He has us out of here. And also, I worked at a movie theater. If you caught somebody, this is just AMC policy. If you caught somebody recording a bootleg, trying to like film it, and I think they had to go through the whole like law enforcement process, but they'd give you like $300 for snitching on somebody.
Oh wow!
Yeah, and I was just like I would peek my head into the theater just hoping somebody would record, but the worst thing was the people getting fingered. So there's really no money in that. And it'd be like kids movies too. It's like, how you horny and Despicable Me, but it really happened. So they would go to jail, but you don't get no money for it.
And then finger popping to the Minions.
Yeah, that Pharrell song really did it for her. I don't know.
Shit. But what's up, y'all? I'd like to thank y'all for tuning in to another episode of the We Want More podcast. I'm your host, Anthony Moore.
I'm Asante Morris.
Pepsi, he's over there trying to rummage through the Marshall's bags. And we on episode 66.
66. 69's coming up. We're going to do something special.
Yeah, we're going to do something nasty for y'all.
Yeah.
Please be sure to subscribe on whatever platform you're listening to this on, whether that be on Apple or Spotify. If you're watching this on YouTube, subscribe to that. But please, if you are on Apple or Spotify, stop right now. Please scroll down and give us 5 stars, man. Please. We almost, on Apple, we had like 89 ratings so far. We had 89, but we got way more than 89 listeners.
Rate it.
And if you got some words for us, leave a review. It don't gotta be nothing long. It could just be something as simple as, "Hey, I love listening to this podcast." Just give us a few words, man. That'll really that'll help us out. Within us. That'll definitely boost the morale as we record this. But then that'll also boost us on the algorithm, and it might pass our podcast along to other people that's looking for something to check out. So yeah, definitely do that.
Yeah, the modern comedian's path is littered with real-time interactions and reviews, and it's not good for the creative process at all.
Oh, it's not because
it's good that we can get the positive feedback.
Yeah, it's not good for the creative process at all, because now you got creatives in all industries chasing the algorithm instead of the art that they truly want to put out.
Yeah, and when you start thinking, I don't know if this is the best thing to do, but this is what people like, you already kind of lost the spark. So you gotta be able to balance that with not being too much of a panderer.
Yeah, I found out something about me since we last recorded.
Right.
I secretly do like Tyler Perry movies.
Well, that's good that you're willing to admit that.
Yeah,
'Cause that's
like-
fucking whack as fuck.
Yeah, nah.
Nah, they are decent movies. So
Nah.
is that what you've been thinking about? Like, damn, I really am a Tyler Perry fan at heart.
It's been a few times I've been about to go out, right? And she'll put on a Tyler Perry movie. I be going out at the last second because I'm so into the movie. Like I was just watching, Why Did I Get Married? I believe that's the one with Janet Jackson and Malik Yoba. So I know.
All right, I can't hate on that.
So I had a show that I was supposed to go to, but now I'm all up in this storyline, like trying to hold out to the last second. And this shit, like this movie really had me pulled in. I watched that. It was a few movies that I don't watch lately, and I'm like, yo, I think I've been talking shit about him all these years just because I kind of been taught to, but I secretly do love this stuff.
I don't dislike everything he does, and I've actually, when I've talked about it, people would say, well, we support him because he's a black creator and he's trying to do something. He did have the intention of telling stories that maybe aren't told all the time to wider audiences. So I definitely don't fault him for that. I still have the same stance, which is just like, you could do that without dressing up like an old lady and just beating that fucking dead horse to death every fucking year. Just
I think for me is
hallelujah. Every fucking year. We don't need it.
I think it's because I realized like watching a Tyler Perry movie is like watching a good Tubi movie with a budget.
It is. And
yeah.
at least in those movies, Tubi movies, women are just victims all the time. They getting their ass beat.
Yeah.
They getting smacked up, shot. At least in those movies, the woman is almost always a hero or a success story turned around from like poverty or whatever the fuck, or like sadness. I still am not totally. I think we're allowed to critique that shit. That's really, I think, what it is that gets me. It's that we're not allowed to critique black shit.
Oh, we
just because it's black.
Yeah.
Well, we're allowed to, but like people frown upon it. They're like, oh, you shouldn't say that. It's a black creator. It's like that's how we get better shit, by critiquing each other.
Exactly.
So if I say I think he should make his characters a little bit more, have a little bit more depth, and just make it a little less women have it hard, men suck. But at the end of the day, a light-skinned nigga with a big dick will fix it. So if you could just add a little bit more depth than that, then I feel like I wouldn't dislike his shit so much. Yeah. And again, Medea, put her in a car crash. Write her off. But then it's going to be Medea goes to heaven. So there's really no way around that shit. I just want that to stop. Speaking of big dicks, can people stop saying like, is this gay? Is that gay? We keep getting all these like questions of just homophobic shit. And it's only so much homophobia that I'm willing to entertain. Yeah. I'm willing to entertain it on the base level of like, this might be funny, but not on a serious level of, is this actually gay?
Right.
We're too over that.
Yeah. If something is like, bro, that's a great point. If it's some sense of humor in it, I might entertain it. But when it comes to like this, drawing that line of like, this is really how I feel. How do you feel about this? It's like, come on, man.
Yeah. And we're not, because we don't really have like a disdain for gay people at all. I am homophobic in the way that I actually am scared of gay people. Like I carry pepper spray.
But
if I hear a fucking Ariana Grande song outside my window, I hide under the covers. Like I actually have a phobia.
But that go for the straight niggas too. Y'all can get pepper sprayed around here.
Well, that's the thing that goes without saying. Like everybody's scared of straight niggas. There's no word for it. There's no word for being scared of straight niggas. You just carry a weapon with you and hope for the best. Like how many times you walk down the street, you see a nigga, y'all just maybe make eye contact, and you just like, I could probably if I had to. Yeah. If I had to, not that I want to, but like, if he gets too close to me, I think I could bare hands.
And we only scared of the gay niggas just because they fight in different ways.
I'm not scared of a gay nigga shooting me or robbing me.
No, I'm not scared of that at all. I'm scared of getting my legs chewed.
Your legs chewed?
Yeah.
What?
I'm scared of getting bit or
Because if you get bit, you turn into one. They're like vampires.
yeah, I don't want to get my face slashed.
They're scared of the cross. But yeah, there really is no term for being scared of straight niggas. If you're not scared of straight dudes, there's just something wrong with you.
Why do you got a cross and holy water?
I'm about to go to.
Cause I gotta walk past this gay club at night. We just joking, man. We love the whole. You know what I'm saying, we love the LGBTQ community.
Nah, I mean, I'm not. I don't know. I don't like lesbians right now. They ain't been too nice to me.
I know they keep.
They just be bumping into you and shit.
Yeah,
on the street.
They taking all the size 32 jeans.
Dog, the amount you about to really get me tight because the amount of times I see a pair of jeans that I've been looking for and there's a girl wearing them and I'm like, this better not be a motherfucking phase. But you better eat pussy like your life depends on it because I wanted them jeans.
That's probably why niggas stopped wearing polo. It ain't that polo went out of style. This shit been around for damn near 100 years.
That shit out of stock.
Yeah.
And that's, it always seems like studs wear shit that niggas used to wear.
Yeah.
I think it's just that when they catch on, they buy all of it and then they're stuck with it. So now they have to wait until the next cycle and they buy all this shit. Yeah. So, for all you niggas with them leather jackets, hold on tight. Yeah. Cause they coming.
A Pelly is gonna be a collector's item, man. Studs, they got let loose. Then all the Echo Unlimited just went out of style, man.
Every pair that I ever had was bought within 12 hours by somebody named Shelly. But she go by Mark now for some reason. Well, I actually want to clarify. I actually do like lesbians. Lesbians that like act like niggas is my favorite people because they can actually take a joke. People that like being a man are good at taking jokes. Yeah. Yeah.
It's funny because I did just perform. I performed. Was that last night? No. This was Friday. I did a show Friday, and in the front row, it was this lesbian couple. They were in there like holding hands, like just like kept rubbing each other's face. And I'm like, how long have y'all been together? And they were like 6 months.
Oh, I love that shit so much.
I think because the only people that fall in love faster than lesbians is military people.
Yeah.
And that's just because they got benefits.
Yeah, I think lesbians would fall in love and get married at 18 if it was more socially acceptable. As this gets to be, as it's more normalized, we're going to start to see like the high school sweetheart lesbian couples that go from 16 to forever. Yeah. But it's just, they always got to push it down and not be all the way out and shit. But yeah, we're going to see that. Yeah, lesbians in the army.
Straight from softball practice to the church.
This message was brought to you by lesbians.
We get to some.
When you need your tire changed or your pussy eaten, call a lesbian at 188 SCISSOR 1-800-SCISSOR.
We're going to get to some questions from the listeners real quick.
Yeah, sorry. We're off track.
All right, so first one, this is actually along the lines of dating. One of our, frequent listeners, she asks, how do men view women on dating apps? And, she's also stated that she's had terrible experience on most dating apps and that, the guys on these apps, they're disgusting and men's standards usually don't match their own. And like, for example, like, men going on a dating app, a man might go on Tinder or Hinge or whatever, like, apps there are, and says he doesn't want to look for anybody that have kids, but he might have 2 of his own. And, how do men view women on dating apps? I think it's really not exclusive. I don't think it's exclusive to just dating apps. I think it's all apps really. Men just look at women like, they just out here for me. Like, oh, it's some bitches on here. I think that's what it is. And you got to realize that, like, men, if there's one thing a man going to have is audacity, and this is coming from a very audacious nigga. We think that we could just get anybody. And I think that's the problem.
Well, I've never thought I could get just anybody. I've always felt like I could get anybody that I liked.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that's it. Because I'm glad you clarified that. I know with certain people that I can't get, but the ones that I think I could get, I think there's no way I could be shot down.
Yeah, and it's certain. It's just like
when that's not the truth at all.
Yeah, I could look at somebody and just tell like we wouldn't get along at all, so I wouldn't be able to get her just because I'm not even interested. Mm-hmm. But like anybody that I'm like, I like this one, I'm gonna go for it. And I think you want something like that in a partner. Like you want a woman that's like, I could get anybody in the world, and that's how I feel like two people can like stick together. Because you look at each other and you're like, are we just together because nobody else wants us? But I try not to have that in my life at all, and I don't think I ever have. So, I guess we're lucky in that, because there's ugly people that just gotta do whatever they can do. This is not answering the question at all, but. To that point, I think the terrible experience you're having on dating apps is gonna just continue because you're on a dating app, and dating apps are just for fucking now. Like dating apps aren't for fucking.
I think that's what it is for men. I think women, as sad as it might sound, women might still go on these apps having hope.
Well, it's just so much easier and it's safer than being out around a bunch of dudes, I guess. And you feel like you get to vet people. You're like, I get to see who this guy is. But I feel like doing that in person is way more effective, because whatever the nigga say to you, you can look in his eyes and tell whether or not he's sincere. Yeah,
doing that on I say if any app that you might get the realest from somebody is Twitter. You don't want to date anybody on Facebook just because if they still on Facebook, these niggas is like 10 years behind.
And
like
there's no telling how many families they got.
Yeah, if you dating a nigga on Facebook, he just got out.
Yeah.
If you dating somebody on Instagram, they're only giving you the best version of themselves. They're only going to post the happy moments. Yeah. On Twitter, you get to see like what content this person engages with. On a daily, you get to see shit. You get to see their political views. You get to see all types of stuff. You get to see, is this nigga reposting Charleston White all day, or is he into like red pill content? So I say out of the apps, you might get the truest depiction from somebody on Twitter. If you mess with a nigga on TikTok, I think he just a creep.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Now, if you are like if you have a TikTok page and you post things and you're trying to, creating content isn't the worst thing in the world. But if you scroll TikTok, like you get your coffee, you open TikTok, you going through it, there's something wrong with that nigga. Yeah. Check his saved pictures. There's probably fucking pictures of babies and all types of weird shit. You don't know what's going on with TikTok. Don't trust it. Yeah, I just think that we're too reliant on it really does not serve us well that everything you want is available right here on this. I can look at my bank, I can talk to people, I can watch movies, I can buy shit. Those things are supposed to be separate. Your brain can't, our brains are not made like this. Somebody said this, I forget where I saw it, but somebody was like, phones are gonna be like, we're gonna view them the way we view cigarettes in 50 years. Because cigarettes back then, I was like, I'm going to smoke, because it's going to keep me thin. It's going to keep me healthy. Now we know you just die. But like social media and just phones in general, the kind of shit they do, they track us, they listen to us, that type of shit. Like that's not good for the human brain. We're not evolved to deal with that.
It's not good. And that's why I even had that problem with myself where, that whole habit of, if I'm around people that I don't usually talk to or don't want to talk to, it's just easier to act like I'm doing something on my phone.
Yeah, and That's the kind of shit that it affects your brain. So a dating app, you're mixing that with sex. That's why you're meeting insane people.
Yeah.
So, maybe it's dangerous meeting men in person. I understand, but get out there. There's probably a better chance of finding somebody good in real life.
Yeah.
All my favorite people I've met face to face.
Yeah, because even, with the dating apps, it's like, all right, I just got to put, if I, like, on the dating app, I just got to put which pictures might appeal to you the best. So if I was on there, right, just throw a few pictures of me and my dog up.
Yeah, so now you're just a dog lover.
Yeah, where like, I look like a dog lover, but they don't even know. Like, I could just be people. I could be doing all types of crazy shit. Like,
yeah, you would look like a nice guy, but you have no idea. You know, that is a good point. Also, just if you're on a dating app, you're scrolling and looking through people, you're just like, this person isn't good enough for me. This person isn't good enough for me. Like, think of what type of fucking monster you're becoming.
No, but not even, and that's the difference, because at least on dating apps, I believe women are actually selective on the dating app. Like, women, their whole choosing to swipe left or swipe right, that's just an option for women.
Yeah, if you looking a nigga dead in his eyes,
and
y'all got a connection, you're not gonna be like, oh, he not 6 foot.
Like,
that shit do not happen.
Men are swiping right regardless. Yeah. Like, the only way for a man to swipe left, like, the chances of that is so slim. Like, a man is going to swipe right, and then they're going to unmatch when they see, like, oh shit, how this one slip in there.
Yeah, it definitely is a numbers game. Like that, you're very rarely gonna find a person. I'm talking about a woman. Find a man on a dating app that isn't playing a numbers game. Do you really want to be bitch number 47, or do you want to be Angela? You go out, you meet him. Nice to meet you. I'm Angela, and he's like, nice to meet you. I'm whatever. Now you might not be the first woman he talked to that day, but you're not the 47th. Yeah, and the numbers are better. I don't know how women that don't know where to go or know like anybody that goes to like social events meet men. So that's definitely got to be a hard one. A lot of people meet people at work. And also, again, like if I'm looking at you and we're talking, like I can find out if you a foot nigga like immediately because you staring at my feet. And you like, excuse me, my titties are up here. Stop looking at my feet. So you get to find out if niggas is foot niggas. You get to find out if they breath stink.
This shit is hard. Trying to hide it. I remember having a conversation with somebody, and they was like, "Why you looking at my pants?" And I'm like, "I'm not looking at your pants. I'm trying to see what them toes like."
I thought you was talking about a moose knuckle.
But
yeah, and that's funny. Like the thing that you compliment when you meet somebody, that's the thing you're looking at. So you're like, nice shoes. I'm looking at your feet. Yeah. Or if you was like nice pants, I'm looking at your ass. Or nice shirt. I like the way it compliments your titties. There's an underlying nice hair. I want to pull it. Right. There's always some sort of sexual underlying context.
Right. Yeah. Nice smile. I like your lips. I want some of that mouth.
So yeah, this is the type of people that you have to partner up with. So good luck.
All right, this one, I guess these two questions could kind of go together. One person asked, "How can you be pro black with a white wife?" Shit, how can you be pro black?
Put her in a cotton field. That is a good question though. Yeah. Cause like I don't feel like it's impossible, but you with a white girl, you like this is not a very pro black activity. And it really is just a lot of the pro-black shit that you might engage in, like events or whatever.
Yeah.
Those are things that should exclude white people. So you bring in your like white wife, you showing her the ropes and shit. She could be reporting back to the CIA, you know. So it's hard, but I think what you want to do is, I don't know. This is a hard question to answer seriously because it's so funny.
Yeah.
And there's no way I'm gonna get through it seriously, but
you know,
I don't know.
The first step is like, cause it's tough. The first step would be having to bring her around your mom, and that is tough right there. Bringing home a white woman to a black household.
Well, I guess you would just want to get, because you can't be pro-black and your white woman don't give a fuck about none of this shit.
Yeah.
So I feel like you got to find like a Rachel Dolezal.
Yeah.
Like you got to find a woman that's like super into it and like really wants to help. Because there's room for like white people to involve themselves in like protests, activism, community organization, and like, you know, fundraising and all that shit. I'm sure there's a way to do it. I have not found it.
And there's also
If you worry about it, nigga, just get a black woman because it's so much easier. You don't have to think about it.
No, but it also depends where you found your white woman at. Did you find her in a white area, or did you find this white woman in the worst part of the black area? Did she have on regular clothes? Did she have on Cookie Monster pajamas? It's a specific type of white.
If she had cornrows, you cooked. You got the wrong. You on the wrong side of this. You need to be finding out how to get a life insurance policy on her if she had one of them. And also the family.
Yeah.
If you to be pro-black with a white wife, you gotta get her family involved too. Because how you doing work and her family actively doing shit against you, voting for the wrong parties, not even just on like some Trump shit, like just like local elections, voting for fucking pro-cop DAs and like all judges and shit.
Voting to bring back stop and frisk.
Yeah, that type of shit. So it goes deep. It's a lot more difficult. So I'm gonna say if you really want to be I'm not saying pro-black in the way that just. Because to most niggas, pro-black is just fucking taking ashwagandha and
drinking CMOS in your tea.
And just like not being a dick. But like to actively be pro-black, I would say that there is there are like some like niggas that need to, you know, get white people on the right side of shit. So I'm not saying that you shouldn't do it, but it sounds like a lot of work and it's not something that I would want to do.
And the another question somebody said is, what is the best way, if any, for white people to engage with black culture respectfully?
How do white people engage with black culture respectfully?
Yeah.
Just don't try to fucking make money off of it. Don't try to profit. Don't try to look cool.
Yeah.
Don't try to make money. Don't try to get no fucking brownie points. Just engage. Show up to the events. Show up to the fucking concerts. Don't say nigga. Vibe out. Go home, and support the artists financially. You know, we talking music. We talking paintings and like all type of shit, poetry, whatever the fuck. Don't try to act like you understand. You know what I'm saying? Rick Rubin is a good example. Yeah, that nigga helps a lot of black artists and shit. Like he would like just meeting of the minds type shit. Yeah. Like I think you should try this. Involve yourself in the creative process, but like also recognize where you are.
Even like Eminem. So, you know, for me, Eminem is one of my favorite rappers. Yeah. And Eminem is the one that actually put me on to wearing rap graphic t-shirts, because he said what he would do was because of his level of superstardom, where even now he still perform, like when he goes on tour, it's still an arena tour. So, you know, if Eminem was to wear a shirt from like a rap group, like if he was, I don't know, if Eminem was to wear like a Far Side shirt, or, you know, just some real like a De La Soul shirt, this might make Eminem fans want to tap into their music. If he was to wear a Naughty by Nature shirt, it might lead all these like fans across the world. They see him in this picture, they're like, hold up, let me go check that out. So it might help their sales. So that's how you kind of like leave your mark on, you know, helping out the culture that influenced you.
Support the culture without expecting anything in return.
Yeah.
That's it. Support it. Don't expect nothing in return. Don't get overconfident. You know, I'm tired of old white hip hop heads, but oh, you ain't never heard of this? No, nigga, and I don't want to listen to it. But like, but it be shit that I do want to listen to, but just because an old white nigga told me to listen to it, now I don't want to do it. You know, it took me a long time to get into Sean Price and like that type of shit, because I'm like, all these white niggas like it too much. Yeah. But then I was like, all right, I'll try it out, and it's good.
Somebody else said, "How are you caring for yourself these days?"
We talking self care, like, you know, like fucking facial scrubs. Or
I
we
mean,
talking like mentally?
I guess all of that. I guess that all ties in together.
I'll let you take that, because you're more of you're like a health and wellness kind of guy.
Yeah. So you know, I get up. I've been running. I'm trying to cut back on the candy because it's such a addictive behavior eating that candy. So I have been trying to like change my diet around, because like, you know, you eat better, you feel better. So I'm trying to like walk around with that feeling of not being like, I hate walking around with that feeling of being bloated. So I'm trying to care for myself better, like just in a diet wise. I have been trying to like do a pedicure like monthly.
Like go out and get one?
Yeah.
So you don't do it yourself?
No.
Would you do it yourself?
No, the most, I mean, you know, I do have like a little pumice stone. Like I do try to like, you know, take care of myself, try to take care of my feet. And
that's a really vital thing.
Yeah, because I know women hate that. It's the worst, because, you know, men, we don't lotion ourselves sometimes. We just shower and then just jump right in the bed.
Yeah, yellow toenails and all that shit. Long ass toenails, cutting her up and shit.
Yeah, bro, I be fucking her legs up.
You're like, damn, what happened to your legs? Shit, I don't know. That's what them cuts on your girl's leg be at. Them bruises and shit. Because your feet hard as fuck.
Damn, you was fighting? Like, no, it was me.
Yeah. Niggas want to let their feet get all hard and crusty because they think it's going to make them taller and get an extra little inch right there if you just get a bunch of dead skin. But that's not how it works.
Having a growth spurt. A callus. Yeah, so, and, you know, and I try to care for myself, the media that I intake.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah, taking you know, the music I've been listening to. Like, I try to, you know, I still do listen to Future and, like, you know, the music that would be considered more toxic, but I am trying to listen to more positive music, because I see how that music does affect me.
Yeah, I did want to start this to a song titled "Nigga," so I you overruled me, and I see the vision.
Yeah.
That's a good one. The music I think is the most important thing, because that's some shit that's subconscious. Yeah. You know, while you watching violence, you like, damn, I'm gonna have a weird dream tonight. Right. Because I just watched somebody get like I was watching this show on I think it's like a BBC show called Gangs of London, and there was this one scene where it was like some cut glass, and a nigga slammed somebody's head on it and just scraped his throat against some like cut glass. Damn. And I was just thinking, I wonder if this is doing anything to me psychologically. Like that, that probably harms me a little bit.
It does, because, you know, I really don't, when I'm home and I watch TV, I really don't watch comedies, or like, I don't watch comedies at all. I watch like real serious stuff, and I watch like a lot of documentaries. So I might just have on like an A&E marathon where I'm watching a bunch of Locked Up, First 48, stuff like that, and then I'll have these terrible dreams of me getting locked up. And that shit does play an effect on you. That's why, like, sometimes you gotta watch some shit. Like, sometimes when you watch some, like, something serious like that, you might have to throw some cartoons on afterwards.
Yeah, that shit. Our bodies, I don't think our brains know what we're watching is fictional. Like the right, like the front level, like the first brain system you engage with doesn't know it's fake. Like, in your mind, when you process it, you're like, okay, this is just fictional. But I think you still might get like fight or flight responses from the shit you watch. So, you know, that's why you got kids that listen to like very really violent music for responding to it in a violent way. So yeah, media, that's a very good one. Make sure you read shit that you feel like you learning something from. Watching shit all the time isn't good for you. Definitely the food you eat, because you notice a difference. It's not just about looking healthy. Like you gotta feel a certain way. Like food ain't supposed to make you fucked up and like bloated or feel like you can't walk because you too like weighed down. Like food is supposed to be giving you energy to do the things that you have to do. It's not supposed to like do the opposite. So I would say food. Oh
no,
media.
food definitely does play a big part, because you ever like, you know how you'll eat like a big ass meal, like it's okay to eat like a big meal at night that might put you to sleep, but to start your day off, that's what I've been changing too. Before I work out, I'll eat like just a banana, like some type of fruit, or I might not even eat at all before I work out.
That's bad.
I might just drink some water. What?
That's some Dr. Sebi shit.
No, I hate when I eat, because I had to start realizing, like, first thing in the morning, I shouldn't be, there's no reason for me to start my day off where, like, I'm putting food in my body that's going to have me drowsy.
That I am with, yeah. You shouldn't be eating a fucking bacon, egg, and cheese with a side of hash browns and expecting the day to go well.
Right, yeah. I got to tackle all this shit on my agenda, but now I just want to take a nap.
Yeah, that's something. I mean, these are things that I like have done for most of my life and will do time to time. Eating big breakfasts and what breakfasts?
Breakfast.
You eat these big ass breakfast, and then you wonder why you sluggish. So you gotta take care of the way you gotta watch what you eat. That'll take care of your body. Definitely working out, like engage in exercise. I would say daily. The level to which you do it, like you shouldn't be working out every day. I don't think, because that'll fuck you up. But exercise like daily as much as you can, because one day you're gonna be old and you're gonna be like, damn, I can't bend down no more. That's because you ain't bent down in 10 years. Yeah. So take care of your body, like exercise. I try to run now, stretching. Trying to be optimistic too, like mental shit. Just think about the ways where you're lucky. You know what I mean? Yeah. Try to avoid negative shit, and a lot of that shit is placebo effects. Yeah. We can't explain it. I don't think science can explain it. But if you just got optimistic thoughts and like positive shit in your mind, somehow you just end up manifesting it somehow. And I hate that I use the word manifest, but that shit actually works. When I'm thinking about negative shit just goes wrong. I
mean, cause when you think about negative shit, you only gonna see the negative and everything.
Yeah, and I love me some negativity, but there's a limit.
Yeah, but I guess we can get to some topics from the week, man. And this one really made me smile. Yeah, this situation really made me like just happy, and for a lot of different reasons. But I'll explain. So a few days ago, Method Man, he was in a situation in the gym in Staten Island, and he actually won't face any charges in this. It was alleged that he was in a fight, and he's accused of punching a 28-year-old man. The man dated Method Man's daughter about 10 years or so ago, and Method Man ran into him in the gym, and they're saying that he punched him about at least 7 times in the face.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, and I know, and this is why I want to see our rappers grow old. We want to see our rappers grow old to be able to protect their children. And also, this is why, as a rapper, you need to be careful about the legal trouble that you get into. You can't waste getting in trouble on a meaningless DUI or a fight in a club that really isn't that important. You should be saving your arrest for when you gotta fuck up somebody that mess with your daughter. And And I know, like being 28 years old, I know he had to be terrified. You don't want to fight a 50-year-old nigga in a crunch fitness.
Yo, and old niggas actually fight.
Yeah.
That's why everybody young scared to fight and just shoot.
Yeah.
Cause like getting your ass whooped hurt your pride for one, and the shit hurt.
Yeah. And when I heard about this whole situation, it made me think about how lucky he actually was.
What, the kid?
Yeah, that he, cause you ever hear this? You know the song Method Man?
Yeah.
Like MATHOD, man. I'm gonna play this part right here. No. Now knowing that this nigga was tying people to bedposts, sticking hot hangers in their ass, I'll take 7 punches, no problem.
Yeah, and it's funny that our minds both went to this shit. Put his balls on a dresser and smash him with a spike bat.
I love that part cause it's like he's making a clear separation of like just his balls up there.
He's like, just your nuts on a dresser. There's really no reason for that to exist. Them niggas was just probably like really felt like that, and they're like, let's just record it. Cause like you ever listen to like Ready to Die, the skits, and it's all just Biggie getting his dick sucked and shit, and it's disgusting. Cause that's, I guess, how he felt. And them niggas really just felt like doing like kind of Guantanamo Bay tortures on people.
But yeah, he won't face any charges in this. He denied that this happened. Yes, it says so you know the person that they're alleging that he punched dated his daughter when they were both around 18 years old. So I'm sure
That nigga did something.
Yeah. I'm sure it is. But you know, and as a father, I'm sure everybody in this situation understands like a father wanting to protect his daughter. And it's like you met the man in Staten Island. That's like trying to arrest Will Smith in West Philly.
Yeah, that's not gonna happen. The cop probably showed up like, yo. They let him ride in the front seat.
They let him drive.
Yeah, Method Man is. You don't want to fight somebody that people like, because even if you win, they just like, why you beat him up?
Yeah.
Now you got a bunch of people after you because you beat up somebody that everybody likes. That's why Will Smith was able to slap Chris Rock, because niggas was already mad at Chris Rock. But if Chris Rock would have smacked Will Smith, then it'd have been like, damn, you just hit that nigga and his wife fucking young boys.
Right.
Like, they would have been on the whole other side. It'd have been insane.
But
so Chris Rock is actually glad. He's probably lucky he got slapped.
But when I saw it, and then like when I heard of the type of gym he was at, being in a Crunch Fitness, like if it was a Equinox or even a LA Fitness, it's like, all right, I could understand why you might think it's sweet. A old nigga in a Crunch, a old nigga in any gym that's under $20 a month, you don't want to fight him. He probably had on Timbs in there. Shit, I wouldn't be surprised if he had on a leather jacket in there.
You ever see somebody get a fit off in the gym? Like an actual outfit? Like I seen a nigga, he had like some, what I could assume were somewhat expensive jeans.
Was he Asian?
Nah, he was black. He's like a Jamaican nigga. He had sunglasses and a fucking Ferragamo belt. And just like a whole fit.
No, that's how in college, that's how the Asians used to be. They
was like a business suit.
No, they would show up to the gym. They be playing like, they would be playing weird numbers. Like they would never show up like with even teams. It'd be like 3 versus 2, and they would have one Louis belts and True Religions.
You talking about like the exchange students?
Yeah,
them niggas was rich. The like Chinese dignitaries and shit.
Yeah,
the fucking, what do you call them?
But so shout out to Method Man in that situation, man. What else is going on? Damn, man. Other older rapper news. Heard Nelly. Well, it's a few rappers actually performing for Trump this time around. Last time around, none of them wanted to do it, but this time around, there's a few rappers that actually stepped up and said they want to perform at Trump inauguration. I believe he already had an event where Rick Ross and Snoop performed there, right?
So it was Rick Ross, Snoop, and Soulja Boy.
Damn.
It was a crypto ball, which is just Trump and crypto, the two most annoying words.
Nigga's evil, but he got a good playlist.
So whoever booked this is good, and I want to be mad at this shit, but they probably got like somebody in jail that they trying to get out. that seems to be the play with
Mhm.
Trump. Even with like, remember everybody was like, I don't think anybody was mad, but OT7 Kwani with Trump,
Yeah.
that shit was hilarious because I'm like, I know he got niggas that's locked up. He
Right.
trying to get out. So there's money in it, and you might get a pardon for somebody,
Right.
or for yourself. You might plan a drunk drive within the next month. So
Soon to perform. Like, we're recording this on Sunday. I think Nelly is actually performing tomorrow.
yeah, I guess you could get mad and call it cooning.
Yeah.
But for Snoop Dogg, it's nothing that Snoop Dogg doesn't do.
And that's the thing. I think we actually, honestly, I don't think Snoop got as much money as we think he got. Like, Snoop, he's good, but when you look at some of the stuff he do, it's nothing that he won't endorse.
Yeah,
I knew shit was crazy when last year when he was endorsing like the smokeless grills.
the smokeless grills. Fucking he got a line of Skechers shoes. I don't know what happened. He must have some gambling debts.
No,
Yeah, Snoop Dogg, he do everything.
I think it was just like bad deals as far as like with Death Row.
Yeah,
Like
he didn't.
He doesn't really get. Yeah, he got Skechers, Burger King, Snoop wine. Damn, that Snoop wine is actually good. That is, I'm not gonna lie.
He had a line of Beyond Meat. Jesus Christ. I mean, yeah, he sold pistachios. So yeah, for Snoop Dogg, I feel like he gets a pass because there's nothing that he doesn't do for money. And also, like, we gotta stop expecting rich black people to stand for anything, because it seems to be that rich people are rich before they're anything else.
Yeah.
And I wish things were different, but I've seen very few people prove that wrong. Rich rappers too. These niggas talk about selling drugs and killing people. They're like, oh, we draw the line on bigotry.
Their own community.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you read any of the Drake lawsuit?
Yes, I did see they accused. So the lawsuit is.
So originally he had a lawsuit against Spotify and the record label Universal Music Group, basically just alleging that they did things to boost Not Like Us, that they were like doing things to fake the streams and also hurt him because they knew he was up for renegotiating his contract. So he withdrew those lawsuits, but then the next day he filed the defamation lawsuit. And basically the defamation is like a defamation and harassment lawsuit saying that the song attacked him. The song Not Like Us attacked him in such a way that it hurt his character and is putting him at danger. And when you read the lawsuit, that shit is actually wild.
Yeah, he also said some shit about like accusing them of like promoting anti-Semitism.
Yeah, that was one of the things that was in this. It's about I think it's about between 60 or 80 pages. I forget exactly how many pages. I read a good amount of it because I just wanted to be sure when we talked about it. But basically, he was saying when the whole thing about the title being Not Like Us, it attacks his Jewish heritage because they say he's not a colleague, he's just a colonizer. So that
he's from Canada, dude. Like there was no Jewish hate in that.
Yeah, so that he also said that they threatened his safety by saying that his last show would be in Oakland, and with Kendrick saying "fuck him up," that's also like inciting violence against him. Like, and I just don't see any world where he could win this lawsuit. He was a full participant of this battle until like it was clear that he wasn't winning.
Yeah,
Like
he had more tracks recorded too.
yeah, like he put out the last song. He put out the last song and he was the one, like, even with all of this going on, we haven't heard Kendrick say a word. He's just dropped the music. It's just been, here goes a link, a YouTube link. Here goes the link to the album. But it hasn't been any, like, memes or post on his Instagram story. With Drake filing this lawsuit after, like, he kept egging Kendrick and his team on, it's kind of like somebody stepping to you saying, like, what's up? Throw your hands up. And now they fuck you up and it's like, I'm calling the cops.
That actually happens a lot, though, where, like, people get beat up and then sue after initiating fights.
Yeah.
Or, you're irresponsible in the workplace or just in public. You hurt yourself. You sue somebody. So you just don't expect that from somebody that's a rapper or that's trying to, like, Drake promotes violence in his music in a way that he's not involved.
Right.
Like he talk about like spinning blocks and all types of doing drills and all types of shit.
Spinning blocks, mob ties,
with hanging with 21 Savage and
Jay
shit.
Prince.
But like now he's suing. And for in this climate to weaponize anti-Semitism is just despicable. Yeah. Because we saw that happen for the past obviously for the past like fucking 80 years, but for the past 2 years with the whole fucking
Kanye and Adidas.
I was gonna say the Israel-Hamas war.
Oh,
because
I'm thinking about a war that's not that major at all.
Well, yeah, I'm saying just because, like, whenever Netanyahu would be criticized by honestly the entire fucking world, they would fall back on the anti-Semitism thing, which was just a cheap, fucking dirty tactic. Yeah. So to see him doing something like that is just like, damn, this nigga is like not a good person at all, and he fucks. Like let's go back to that. He didn't refute that. He was like, I never fucked that girl from Stranger Things. That would be the first thing I would sue about.
And so, what else did he say? It's just like, hearing people like defend him in this. It's been a lot of. It reminds me of the whole election with Trump. Like it's a lot of Trump tactics where when he's the number one selling artist, it's okay with him being celebrated. When he's when he's the highest artist on Spotify and his songs and albums reach 1 billion streams, it's just because the music is that good. But when somebody else does it, they have to be faking the numbers for him. And then there's like the other conspiracy theories of him saying that, like, he's going against 20 opponents at once, or, people just want to see him down because he's been at the top so long. And also, like, people also saying, like, Kendrick has been hating on him because he's been the one making more money. I don't think that's the situation at all. I think when you look at it, Kendrick has more so always been worried. I think he's always been more focused on the artistry of it. And also, it's like, if somebody makes 100 million and the other person makes 70 million, it's like, this person might make more money than me, but I'm still fine where I'm at.
The exact same life. And it's not like Kendrick is. I don't think any artist that like has the same goals as a Kendrick Lamar is thinking, "Damn, I should have made Hotline Bling." Like, niggas don't give a fuck about that. Especially even if he had 10 million opposed to 100 million, the lifestyles are still not that different to where it's fucking would warrant some kind of jealousy on the money part. It definitely does make sense that he's like, I don't want him to be the most successful guy anymore because I don't like the direction that music is going. Mm-hmm. But I wouldn't say, oh, he's got more money, so he's jealous. That doesn't really even make sense. Yeah. So it's a very weird situation for a diss track to go into legal proceedings. Yeah,
and I think like after that, like I already had Not Like Us as a top 3 diss. But I think it's definitely, like, without question, the best diss song of all time at this point now. Like, we've never seen, like, regular diss songs just might make somebody get shot. We've never seen somebody have to take legal action.
I won't argue with that just because the whole argument of best diss track all the time, everybody just brings up a bunch of old-ass songs that were, like, on when they were kids. So, this is the best diss track that we've had. Our generation for sure. Yeah, nobody else ever accused somebody of pedophilia in a diss track, and there's actually like plausibility to it. This is probably the first time.
Yeah, R. Kelly didn't even get diss tracks.
Yeah, niggas was still linking up with R. Kelly.
Oh, that was another thing too. I forgot to mention. Just to go back to like the whole inauguration thing, like people performing with Trump, people were saying was like, is this going to be the end of like Snoop or Nelly? I don't think at all because of that. What we've allowed in hip hop, we've let people like we let R. Kelly get away with what he did. Shit, is people listening to somebody that just got convicted of shooting a woman in hip hop? So it's like if they gonna let that slide, they gonna look the other way for this with Nelly and Snoop.
Yeah, so it's one thing for an artist to do something, like actually like commit a crime or do something ethically wrong, but doing this is more of just like a political view thing. I don't know if it's more of an ethics thing. I think it's just like they got the wrong views. And I really don't want to open up the floodgates of asking rappers about their political views, because then we just gonna have to get rid of all of them.
Wait, you said you didn't hear about this situation?
No, I didn't.
So a man, he was filmed driving up to a coffee shop. This is in Arizona. They have in Arizona, it's kind of like I guess it would be like their version of Starbucks, but basically it's called Bikini Beans Coffee. So it's like Starbucks meets Hooters, where the women there, they're in, just a different type of outfit. They're serving coffee, and
Yeah, nothing like naked butt and diarrhea. What a perfect combo.
yeah, a mocha and a thong. Who would have thought of that? But so this guy, it says the employee let her manager know that it was a guy in the drive-thru that didn't have on any pants, and they recorded him. And like when he came up, like when he pulled up to the window to pay, they saw he had no pants on. And then like he drove off. Let me see. I wanna actually pull up the video for you.
Hi, how are you? Good. Have you been here before?
Yeah.
Sir, you need to leave. Unacceptable. Unacceptable. Call 911.
This is Arizona, right?
Yeah.
Believable.
Yeah. So
This doesn't surprise me even in the slightest. Arizona is just a fucking, what is it? It's just a desert where everybody's brains are being fried. So yeah.
Yeah, so he pulled up there, and then after this incident, he later took his life.
Nigga could have stood on business. Like, I drive everywhere naked. Like, he could have got out of that so easy.
Right.
Bitch, I was at church naked. Like, how you gonna get mad at me for coming here naked?
Right, yeah, it's like I'm in Arizona. It's 90 degrees.
Yeah, like I just donated my pants and my drawers to the thrift store. I was at Goodwill.
Right, I don't got. He could have said all types of shit. I don't got no coolant in here. I can't turn my AC on.
Yeah,
It's just hot in here.
he in his own car. Like, you gonna up over that? That mean he had some real shit going on. That nigga was like, oh shit, my face is out there. Now they're gonna look into me and find what I'm really doing. Cause that ain't the first shit you do. You gotta be comfortable with some freak nasty shit to pull up to any drive-through with your dick out. What, coffee, my nigga? Like, you want to spill coffee on your balls? Are you insane?
This nigga is living on the edge, man. I want to know his order now. I hope it was iced, cause yeah, you definitely taking a risk getting some hot ass coffee with nothing to cover you.
Yeah,
I don't spill coffee plenty of times driving.
yeah. It does suck that somebody died, but you know what? All of these actions are him. He
Right.
pulled up to the drive-thru naked. He was a father and a husband.
Yeah. He was he had a young baby. And it's fucked up because the bullying isn't going to stop.
Yeah,
It's going to especially the way the internet is, your digital footprint doesn't go away. This is his legacy. And people always talk about how are children going to deal with having a OnlyFans moms. Imagine the kids that find out this nigga, like this child's dad, off the self because he showed up to get coffee with no pants on.
that's worse.
This kid is going to have a rough time at lunch. And I'm sure he isn't the first person to show up to this establishment with no pants on.
I feel like all the other niggas gonna show up in solidarity with their dicks out now in a line. Like some kind of protest.
They gonna leave a fleshlight vigil.
Yeah. They be chanting, "We shall come." Yeah, their dicks up at half mast. And he's dumb for going there. And if he's done that multiple times, it's only a matter of time before they decide to record you.
Right, yeah.
Doing weird shit. The invention of phones has made a lot of things, put a lot of things into a different light. This, for one example, like you do some weird shit, you instantly might get fucking put on the internet.
Right.
Same thing with like horror movies. Like horror movies aren't based in now times anymore. They're always based in the past.
Mm-hmm.
Because if a nigga was like, yo, I just saw a monster over there, I'm like, go take a picture. And if
Right.
there's no monster, like
Right,
it don't
yeah.
exist. So phones have ruined a lot of shit. But it's also made it harder to be a creep, which is a good thing. Because there's places where you could go and buy pussy, and they're fine with you being a creep.
And that's the thing, because like, you know, people, it was certain people trying to justify it, saying, well, like, look at how the women were dressed.
No,
right?
absolutely
and
not.
Yeah, and it's like, yeah, it's women butt ass naked at strip clubs, but that don't mean we could just walk in there with no pants on.
Yeah, we can. All you gotta do is give them $300, take them in the back. Then you can do whatever you want. But you're not gonna just, you stealing. If you want somebody to look at your dick, you gotta pay for it.
And more,
That's shoplifting. That's cocklifting.
and more than a cup of coffee.
That's really what his crime was. He was trying to get somebody to look at his dick for free. And it'd be kids at Hooters. So you can't, you know how Hooters does similar shit?
Yeah.
There's kids that come there.
Right.
So, you know, so that nigga dramatic as fuck, bro. Nigga's a drama queen. How you gonna up over one fucking, R. Kelly's still kicking. I wonder if he did all this in the same day.
Damn.
Like dig out in the drive-thru.
Damn, he was only 27.
Damn.
And
He could have been me. You know?
if they would have caught you on wash day, you can just on a morning when you had no clean pants, but you needed some coffee to get you going.
Yeah, man. I see myself in this other 27-year-old. You know, 27 is a hard year. Cause you walking around, you getting coffee. You're like, why the fuck does my dick have to be locked up right now?
That is a crazy way to join the 27 club.
Yeah. Oh fuck. I don't think it counts if you yourself.
Jimi Hendrix, Amy Winehouse, beating your dick in the drive-thru.
Maybe this is just an elaborate plot to be memorized.
Some people make great music. Some people want coffee.
Yeah, this guy is, cause he's harassing them from beyond the grave. Cause now it's on their conscience. That's fucked up.
No, this shit definitely is, man.
You don't get to. Yeah, I don't like this.
Yeah, this is like,
This guy, he evaded his accountability. Cause you know people that like. All right, this is gonna be a weird take on. There's obviously like mental health issues and stuff, but there really are people that like will do this shit to avoid accountability, and that's fucked up. Because, you know, same thing with Jeffrey Epstein. If he did do it, which he didn't, if Jeffrey Epstein did, do what they say he did, then it was just to avoid accountability. There's no like depression involved there.
right,
So, you know, that's stolen valor.
right.
There's niggas that's really going through shit.
Yeah, I guess we'll say the stuff for next time on a little time crunch this week. But yeah, man, we definitely appreciate y'all tuning in. Just, you know, we be back with y'all next week. So yeah, stay warm. Watch a Tyler Perry movie.
Yeah, shout out to Tyler Perry.
And if you're gonna get some coffee, make sure you got some pants on.
Maybe that should be Tyler Perry's next movie. We should pitch that to him.
Medea's barista.
Yeah. And he's like, I know your dick ain't out. Because you know how like Medea always like rallies the girls.
Yeah.
You know? She's like, you need to pick your head up and trust Jesus.
And next time he comes to the drive-thru, she just throw a pot of coffee out the window.
Yeah, you ain't doing that shit here. And he's like, my balls. And she's like, stop being dramatic. It's iced coffee. See, we writing this shit off the top. Hit me up, Tyler Perry.
But shit, man, we definitely, just keep tuning in with us. And we'll be back with another one for y'all next week, man. It's been a good one. I'm Anthony Moore.
I'm Asante Morris.
And we out of here.